I'm 78, and I stopped dating after 69. Not because I hate women, not because I got bitter. I stopped because I discovered something about myself that was hard to admit. Most of the time, I wasn't entering relationships because I loved the person. I was entering because I was afraid. Afraid of being alone, afraid of being forgotten, afraid of that quiet life where nobody calls and nobody notices you're fading. People think loneliness is just feeling sad. But at this age, loneliness feels like a warning sign inside your chest. It feels like your life is getting smaller without anyone saying it out loud. Your circle shrinks, friends pass away, family gets busy, and suddenly you realize something terrifying. You can go an entire day without speaking to another human being. And the scariest part isn't the silence itself. It's the thought that if you disappeared, the world might keep moving like nothing happened. So when someone comes along, when a woman shows interest, it can feel like rescue. It can feel like oxygen. In the beginning, it was beautiful. She gave attention. She asked questions. She wanted my presence. She made plans. And after a certain age, affection feels different than it did at 30. At 30, you feel confident. You feel replaceable in a good way. You think life is endless. At 78, attention can feel like proof that you still matter. Proof that you're still seen. And I won't lie, I liked it. I liked the companionship. I liked having someone to share a meal with. I liked hearing, "I'm thinking about you." But slowly, the tone changed. Little by little, affection turned into pressure. If I didn't answer a call fast enough, I could feel the disappointment. If I wanted a quiet evening, it became suspicion. Why are you so distant? Are you losing interest? Don't you care about us? And I started explaining myself for basic things, for being tired, for wanting to sit quietly, for wanting a day where nothing happens. I began living with my phone like it was a medical device, like if I didn't respond, something bad would happen. And the weekends stopped belonging to me. Every weekend had to be full. Lunch here, visit there, another plan, another obligation, always something. At my age, energy is not unlimited. You don't recover the way you used to. A busy weekend can take days to pay back. But I kept saying yes, because every time I wanted to say no, the fear showed up. If I set a boundary, will she leave? And if she leaves, what happens to the silence again? So I stayed available. And I didn't realize availability can become a cage. Then there was money. Not because she was a monster, but because togetherness started to mean spending. Restaurants, gifts, outings, little trips, small things that add up. And I noticed the real cost wasn't the bill, it was the exhaustion. Some relationships don't break your heart, they break your nervous system. You start anticipating the next call, the next request, the next guilt. You start living like you're on duty. And here is the truth most men won't say. Sometimes you don't feel lonely because you're alone. You feel lonely because you can't be yourself next to the person you're with. Then came the sentence that changed everything. One day she said, "What if we live together?" And something happened inside me. Panic. Not doubt, not "I need time to think." Panic. Because in 1 second, I saw the future. My routine replaced, my quiet mornings gone, my home no longer mine.
my peace negotiated every day. I imagined having to justify wanting solitude, having to explain why I like things a certain way, having to perform, smile, talk, entertain inside my own house. And I realized something that shocked me. I wasn't afraid of living with her. I was afraid of losing myself. That night, I couldn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling and thought, if I say yes, I will not recognize my own life. And then I thought something even heavier. I am too old to sacrifice peace for approval. So I ended it. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I didn't blame her for everything. I said the simplest truth I could say. I can't do this. I need my life to feel like mine. And the guilt came fast. For weeks, I questioned myself. Am I selfish? Am I too old to be picky? What if I end up alone and regret it? I thought the loneliness would swallow me. But something else happened. My body relaxed. I woke up one morning and realized my day was mine again. No schedule to obey, no guilt to manage, no constant explaining. And that's when I learned the lesson I wish someone told me when I was 50. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Being alone is a situation. Being lonely is a feeling. A relationship can change your situation and still leave you lonely. Because loneliness isn't cured by someone occupying your time. It's cured by real connection and by self-respect. And here's the hard truth most men won't say. Sometimes you don't feel lonely because you're alone. You feel lonely because you can't be yourself next to the person you're with. If you're watching this and you feel that fear of being forgotten, listen to me. You're allowed to have boundaries. You're allowed to want quiet. You're allowed to say no, even after 70, especially after 70. Choose love, not fear. And if you're alone for a season, don't confuse alone with lonely. Build connection in ways that don't steal your peace. That's not weakness. That's wisdom.